You have time to kind of like work the product and play with it. First time I did this, I coated my entire eye. And Mel walked in when I was doing that, and he's like, you look like this is not the final product. Like, let me figure it out. That's so sweet. Whoever tells you kids don't change anything, or whose partners and husbands just don't do anything, it's just crazy to me. The Bond K-Bond.
My boyfriend and I are doing a cleanse, and I've never done the cleanse before, but we're doing like just a 1 day cleanse. It's not even a full day because we get to eat dinner, thank God, because I'm kind of getting hungry. I haven't eaten anything today. I'm on my 3rd juice of the day. This is the lemon and maple syrup and cayenne juice. Oh, this is my other one. This is the other one that I had. This is the carrot. Oh, it had carrot, orange, pineapple, lemon, and turmeric in it. This one was good, and then the one I had this morning was green. We started at like 9 a.m. And so, yeah, we're on the 3rd one of the day. I'm gonna take a sip of this. I'm really nervous. The next one sounds good too, but this one, it's giving lemonade with a pinch of cayenne. Not bad. I thought it was gonna be worse. Let me prime the skin because my face right now is giving not very hydrated. So I have been loving this Super Dewy primer from Revolution. I just like to put this on my skin to give it a glow. I'm going in with this Tarte Shape Tape, or not Tarte Shape Tape, Tarte Poreless Smoothie Primer. All right, so we're primed. I'm going to take the Tom Ford foundation stick in the shade 4.0, which is too light for me, unfortunately, for a foundation. I'm just gonna use it as my like concealer. I did this with a product yesterday, and I was like, okay, this is really giving. I'm gonna take a brush. I've been loving a freaking brush to blend out my concealer. I'm just like tapping it into the skin. This is a Zoeva concealer brush. I'm so happy I picked this up. I think I randomly bought this at Ulta one time when they had Zoeva online. I just randomly bought it because I saw it and I was like, oh, she's cute. And I don't know, but something about it just, when I want my makeup to look just like, what did you do to your makeup? This is what I do. I do underpainting, because something about underpainting just makes you feel like you're getting glam, like you're getting ready to go to like a red carpet event. And hear me out when I say that, because I don't do this every day. I work from home every single day, and so I would say I probably wear makeup like 3 or 4 days out of the work week. But when I do wear makeup, it's not like this kind of makeup. If I want to feel really glam, or I'm like, you know what, I'm just in a really bad funk, then I will be like, okay, let's do it. Let's turn on some music and let's jam. That's what I typically do. And you're going to take a bronzer of any type, okay? I have this Graftobian palette. I mentioned this in my very first YouTube video. Love her. You want something that's going to like take a little bit more work, like that you're still going to be able to see it underneath the makeup. So I would take like a palette like this, or I have this Saie bronzer. So I'm actually going to go in with that. I'm gonna just dig into it, okay? I just dig my brush, and this is an e.l.f. contouring brush. Super old, but it doesn't matter. And I'm just going to chisel everywhere that I pretty much want my face to look sculpted. Don't worry, I know it looks crazy. I know it looks crazy, but it's not gonna look crazy for very long. You just kind of create the lines on your face. Then I'm taking it underneath my lip. And then I'm going to take the littlest bit, and I'm just going to kind of contour my nose with it. And I know that this looks crazy, but it's going to look fine. Trust me. It'll come together. It will come together. The next key to like having your makeup look like just is to take a foundation that is going to be light enough where you can like blend it over top of all this contour. My go-to choices are the Dior Forever Skin Glow, the Luminous Silk from Armani, or the Air Flash foundation, but these are all super bougie. So you could definitely find like a drugstore option for this. So then I'm gonna pump some of this on the back of my skin, and we're gonna just take a little bit of this on a brush, like a tiny little bit, like I only took like a little bit. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna start kind of like in this empty area, and you're just gonna like go over the bronzer just very lightly. Like you're not gonna really blend, and I'm not really gonna touch the back of this really quick. I'm just kind of going over don't really know how to say it. Like, I'm just taking the lightest hand and just kind of like blending everything out like this. I haven't put any more foundation on my back of my hand. I'm just literally using what is on the brush. I'm going to take a little bit more concealer. I'm gonna go a little bit on the inside right over here. I'm not gonna take any more. Oh, and I'm gonna go on the like the of my nose also. And then you're gonna wanna let it marinate. You're gonna wanna let it marinate. So it's been on my face for about 1.5 minutes, and I'm just gonna take the same brush that I blended the foundation stick with earlier under here. And I just feel like right now this is looking good, but this is where you're going to create that highlighting effect. You're gonna keep it above the cheekbone, which mine is like right here above this apple of my cheek. Just pushing this into my skin like so. And then I'm just like taking some of that extra concealer on my nose, and I'm just gonna kind of like tone it down because I just want it to be like right in the center. I'm gonna take a little sponge and I'm gonna use it to pretty much soften up these edges. I don't want there to be any harsh lines or anything like that, but I'm not blending everything like too much, because if you do that, you're going to just like defeat the purpose, like everything you just did. Then I'm gonna take this pressed powder. This is the Bare Minerals one today in the shade Warm Light. I'm just gonna like press this powder, and I'm keeping it in the same area that I used that concealer. I'm not dragging it below the cheekbone. But can you guys just see already the difference? You see like how this side is like illuminated and how this side is just, I mean, it's cute, but it needs to be set. We're gonna take some bronzer. You can use whatever bronzer that you wanna use. I'm gonna go in with this Gurlain one that I haven't used in a long time. And what you're gonna do is you're going to just go over top of that liquid bronzer that's underneath. And I'm like pressing it in. I'm not sweeping it because I don't wanna move the makeup that's underneath. I just want to set that bronzer in place so that as I go throughout my day or whatever, that the makeup is still there. And we're going to go in with my lovely setting spray, which is this one. Will forever be the one for me. So then what you're gonna do is we're gonna go on with some cream blush. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. I just feel like it's easier to control where the product goes when you put it on the back of your hand. This is the Japanese brush. I don't know, I think I got this from TJ Maxx. And then I'm just gonna use this to stamp on that. You see how beautiful that blush is? That blush is stunning. I prefer to use a brush because I just feel like you get to control the product so much easier when you use a brush. I don't know. Yes, ma'am. You guys see like that rough edge right here? I'm gonna take my sponge and blend it out because that's just what you gotta do. This is Anastasia Lip Liner in the shade Hazelnut. So let's use that. Kind of go underneath the lip a little bit to make my bottom lip look a little bigger. And I think I want to go in with my Honey Love because Honey Love used to have me in a freaking chokehold when I was in college. Like you could literally talk to any of the girls that I used to work with. They would be like, Tiara, do you own any other color? When I have lash extensions on, I don't like to put any type of eyeshadow on. I don't know why. What I do like to do is take a random color. This palette, this is the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. I'm gonna go in with the shade Suntan. I just like to do like a little half liner, but sometimes I want a little bit more of like a color that's gonna like make my eyes pop, and I do find that like a brick red type of color, like a brownish red, really looks good for me. I take another brush to blend some of that out a little bit because I went a little too hard on that one. Then I'm gonna hit the bottom lashes with a little bit of mascara, just the tiniest bit. Also, the reason I do this is because my under eyes are really dry. So if I don't put anything under it, you're just gonna be staring at the under eye crinkle the whole time, and we cannot have that. I'm going to use these two shades right here to pretty much make my under eye look a little bit more hydrated because it has a little bit of like a luminosity to it, so it doesn't make your under eyes look so flat and dry. And I hate to do it to you. I really do. I really hate to do it to you. But I'm gonna use this today. This is the Dior blush in the shade Rosy Glow. Remember when all of TikTok was going crazy over this? I just like to use this at the back. I don't like to touch it right here on my cheek like this. I like to bring it back a little bit. That way, when the blush right here starts to fade, there's still this back here, but it's really like lifted and glowy, and it's not the main focus of the look. Last thing I'm gonna do is some highlight on the tip of my nose, just like a little bit on top of that like light concealer that we use. That is literally it. Yep, setting spray. Hopefully you guys enjoy the final look. If this is a lot of makeup for you, totally get it. Like I mentioned, this is more the type of look that you want to do when you're going on a date, or like when you're going out, or when you just want to look in the mirror and be like, who's that girl? Na 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 na. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a what? Thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So until next time, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.